Alright, we have had quite a big week for reveals here with Transformers. There's some cool things here. There are quite a few that I'm not really all that interested in, to be honest, but even then, stuff still looks pretty cool. I'll start off here with the quickest section for me to get through, which will be the Wreck and Rule Amazon subline, and don't really care for most of these. I mean, I will say most of these look fantastic. Like, I think Bulkhead and Springer both look very good, but I don't really feel compelled to buy repaints of them. The only packs I plan on getting are the ones with the new fossilizers, Spindle and Master Dominus, and that's just because I love the fossilizers. But that Leadfoot I don't really care for, and that Impactor, well, I have the Netflix version of the Siege figure, and for me that's more than enough. So I'll probably end up selling those guys and just get these for the fossilizers, because I love the fossilizer figures. They're super great, they're a lot of fun, I love the idea behind them, they're super cool. Next up, I'll go ahead and talk about the Lego Optimus Prime. This is one that is very cool. I mean, who doesn't like Lego in some way? And the fact that this is fully transformable, like, it's awesome. But just due to me not really being into Legos that much, and the price combined with that just means that I probably won't get this figure. It's definitely one that I am a little interested in. It's just that I'm not really into Lego like that, so I'm less inclined to go for it, especially for the price. But hey, I'll definitely keep my eye on it. The other big one this week is the announcement of MP56 Trailbreaker, who is not who I expected to be the next Masterpiece figure. I think he looks pretty great. Obviously, he's going for the more cartoon accurate look. I'm kind of split on this guy just because I only a couple months ago bought the X-Transbots Trailbreaker and Hoist just so I could go ahead and add them to my Masterpiece G1 Autobots. And Trailbreaker's not really a character that I'm attached to, so like, I feel like I'll be happy with him, but that figure does have its flaws. I think it's a pretty good figure on the whole, so maybe it'll be worth the trade to the Masterpiece version. Right now I do have it pre-ordered on Amazon Japan, so the only thing with that is I'll have to cancel it soon if I do decide that I don't want it, but I still got some time to think it over. Overall though, I think this guy looks pretty good. Some of the proportions are a bit odd, like he kind of has a small waist and crotch, and the hands looked a little small, and I think I even recall someone saying that the cannon that he has for a hand looked a bit small too, but those don't really bug me a whole lot. Plus, it's just nice to get some more news on Masterpiece because it feels like we go so long without hearing anything sometimes. Alright, now let's get to what, for me, was the big news of the week, which was the new Studio Series announcements. Granted, one of them we've already had leaks of, but still, it's nice to see official images of it. I'll start off with that one too, that being Sideways. I think this guy looks fantastic, and right now might be the star of this wave for Studio Series. He looks very accurate to what we briefly see of Sideways in the film, and to what I remember of playing him in the Revenge of the Fallen video game. He also comes with a weapon based on one from, I believe, the Revenge of the Fallen PlayStation 2 video game. But yeah, the more we've seen of this guy, the better he's looked. I really think he nails Sideways, and overall looks like he's a lot of fun, should pose pretty well, and looks accurate to the character. So I'm very happy with him. The next is the reveal of the Dark of the Moon Studio Series Bumblebee, which, dang, about time. Very happy we're getting this guy, and at this point we have all of the designs that Bumblebee had in the first 3 Michael Bay movies done. I think the car mode looks good. I always liked the Dark of the Moon Camaro, and it looks to have all of the necessary changes that car had, so that's good. I wish these pictures had included a more straight on photo so we could see how the chest looks, since in robot mode that was the main source of the design change for Bumblebee. Like, he had additional details over sort of the chest and I guess stomach area, but from what I can tell this includes most of what it needs to, and it has an unmasked face finally, although I think it might just be the same head from the old Camaro Bumblebee from the first movie. Plus, hey, that mold is extremely good, so I don't mind having a third version of it. And who knows, maybe we'll get a Last Night Deluxe out of it as well. And hopefully a high-octane Bumblebee from Age of Extinction, just because that design is so cool. I love that old Camaro. We also still need the new design from Age of Extinction. Kind of surprised they haven't done that one yet, especially since there was a Stinger earlier in the line. And lastly, from this wave, we have Studio Series 86 RC. And you know, she looks like a solid, okay figure. Personally, Personally, I feel like I'm kind of done with G1 based RCs. I have the Earthrise version, which I feel like I'm one of 3 people that doesn't hate that figure. And I also have the Masterpiece figure, which I like a lot. So for me, this just looks like yet another G1 RC, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look bad, and it definitely is not the Earthrise figure. I haven't done a whole lot of research into this one, but I have heard some people say it possibly takes some things from the Thrilling 30 Deluxe. I haven't really checked to see if that's true or not, and I never owned a Thrilling 30 RC, so I don't know. But yes, I think she looks alright. Nothing spectacular, but nothing bad either. I probably won't get this figure, but I hope there are those out there that like it. As for the other 2 deluxes in this wave, Dark of the Moon Bumblebee and Revenge of the Fallen Sideways are bought on site for me. I'm very excited for those. And at this point, please show us the Fallen. He's the only one that hasn't been officially revealed or leaked at this point, according to rumors at least. So please show him. And those are my thoughts on this week's reveals. I think there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. I may have sounded a bit down on a lot of stuff in this, but I think everything looks cool. It's just that I might not be personally interested in a good chunk of it and don't plan on getting certain things. But of all of the figures talked about here today, which ones are you going to get? What do you think about the Wreck and Rule figures? Are you excited for the new wave of Studio Series? Is Masterpiece Trailbreaker better than the third-party options? Let me know down in the comments. As always, a big thanks to everyone for checking this out, and have a good one.